Hello, Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video. And today I present Ride the Movies 3, created by Magic Mike 69. And I've also got a special guest with me, Tommy CM. Say hello, Tommy.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing, Tommy?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Not done a spotlight for a couple of days, so I'm feeling a bit all out of sorts at the moment. But I've been very excited for this one. Obviously, both myself and you have done Ride the Movies 1 and 2 on our respective channels. And this time we thought we would actually do a joint spotlight together to have a look at this amazing park by Magic Mike. And I'm extremely excited to get into it. So shall we have a look at the description and see what it says? Right, so we have Ride the Movies 3 by Magic Mike 69. It says, again, new movies, new rides, and this time a park full of cowboys and pirates. Nah, just kidding. These guys are all working in the excellent parks of NH99 SPW. However, this park features rides of the movies Inception, Avengers, The Fog, Need for Speed, and Fast and Furious. Furthermore, there are references to 19 other movies and sitcoms. Can you find them all? Credits in the park, created by Magic Mike 69. Special thanks to Bone Midget Slayer, the greatest artist on PS4. So let's get into this park. So here we are at the main entrance. Now, as you can see for this entrance, he's got a lot more glitz and glamour than Ride the Movies 1 and 2, which were both very similar entrance buildings. They were very close to the main entrance, whereas this time he's done a big plaza. And over there you can see the Avengers Tower, which we will get to later on and discuss that. And then we've also got the Stark Tower there as well. And let's just have a look at the sign here. So it says, a dire warning. Every creator puts endless hours of work and effort into his doing. None of my creations on this park have been uploaded to the workshop as blueprints. Everyone who copies from this park without naming and crediting me as the creator is stealing and will be branded as thief and uploaded with name to the Frontier Workshop. Wow, are you scared, Tommy?
Well, I definitely won't be messing with Mike. I know that. But to be fair, it is the great, the best warning to put out, because some people do just take things off the workshop without crediting, and he's right. People do put hours into making this stuff, so it is the right warning to put. But it's a nice little warning as you come straight through the entrance.
Yeah, definitely. And here we've got, for each brought ticket gets you 10% off on admission for Stage Door Studios, created by YouTube Tommy CM.
I love that. I didn't know he'd put that in. I love that.
And what's this one? Visit now, TMIUUP. The most unrealistic, impractical, unbelievable park in the world, created by Iron Matty. Do you think that Magic Mike knew that we were doing a joint spotlight on this park by any chance?
I imagine so, yes. I imagine he may have had a bit of an inkling.
But what do you think, Tommy, of this entrance in comparison to Ride the Movies 1 and 2?
I think this is definitely his best entrance. I know he said before that his entrance is normally his last thing, which is why he kind of squashes it in on the first two. So I think this one he started off with the entrance to make sure it wasn't sort of crammed in at the start. And I just love that sign, that the car coming through the wall is, and I know it sounds daft, but it looks realistic. Like it's not that there's not just like floating pieces to look good in the game. Like if you could imagine that sign being in a real park, because all the pieces are still attached, but they're broken up. If you get my drift with that. So yeah, I do like how he's done that. And then also just in the background there, you've got that people mover going across.
Yeah.
I know. I say a lot in when I've looked around parks that I do like to see at the entrance. I like to see like a train station or a monorail or something going across the top. So yeah, I do like that as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. What percentage are we on? 64%. So he's possibly got like kind of a couple more percent maybe to play with as well. I like this main entrance building, but I potentially maybe would have liked to have seen it just broken up just a tad more, maybe with some beams or pillars or something like that. I like the style of it. I love how he's done this roof bits like over the tickets and the lost
Yeah.
and found the toilets, but I maybe would have just liked to have seen like kind of maybe just it broken up with maybe just a different coloured beam or something like that, just to make it not look quite so monotone. If you get my meaning.
I fully agree with that. I mean, the one thing for me, and I don't know, it's just me, but the toilets and the staff rooms in the games, they don't look very nice at all.
No, they
And
don't.
what I've started doing in my parks is I kind of cover them up and then put a door on, so it looks like the guests are going through a door or the staff are going through a door to go in, and it just makes them look a bit better. The staff room's not so bad because it is just a black hole really, but the toilets, like the weird blue tiling, just kind of stands out in your face. But it's annoying that you can't edit that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, certainly what I've seen NH99 and M&J Games does, and a couple of other people now, is they're actually building toilet buildings, and you would actually like
Yes.
kind of walk in, and you'd have the toilets kind of like to the side, like kind of over there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Off to the sides, and there's also Easter eggs in this. Oh no, let's not do this again, shall we? Let's not have another review of Easter egg hunting. I'm not doing it. There are references to other movies in the park, but let's crack on, shall we? Let's not have another hour long review when me and you are together.
Yeah, we'll try and keep this under an hour.
So we come out into this beautiful plaza. I really like this water feature that he's got on the floor here.
Yeah,
With the
that
jumping
looks
fountains.
really good, and the fact they're lights as well, and you can see the lights are changing colour
Yeah,
when
really nicely done.
when the water's on, so that'll look really good. I mean, obviously before we finish, we'll look at it at night, but I'm sure that'll look really effective.
So we've got lockers over here. We've got Ride the Movies, including Skywalk, movie all themes, Stark logo, custom benches, and Central Perk by Bo Midget Slayer, Avengers Tower by Iron Matty. That being me. So let's go on the Skywalk at last, shall we? Because we don't really want to go around the entire park right at the start, do we? So
Yeah.
let's have a look at this building over here. So we've got a Dolphin. Which is this his restaurant or something? Let's have a look. So 80% discount on room 1408. Nice little Easter egg there. I am right in saying that 1408 is The Shining, yeah?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't want to sound daft. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. My knowledge I've only watched The Shining once years ago, but I believe it is. But I'm sure Mike will correct us if not.
I'm probably going to lose a lot of fans and viewers, but I personally think The Shining is overrated. I watched it and didn't like it. It was okay. It was fine, but it wasn't quite the be-all and end-all that everyone makes it out to be. But there goes 10 subscribers. Right, so let's have a look at Inception. Look at that.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? The thought behind it. I love how he designs like the crashes. Because it's similar to the main entrance sign. It just looks so realistic on that bridge.
Yeah, it really does. Absolutely brilliant. I like how he's got these benches with animatronics sat on them as well.
Yes.
Just kind of like just looking out over the water. It's a really nice little realistic touch there, and you can see where he's been with paint tool as well.
Yeah.
Paint tool,
definitely.
And he's got upside down bamboo for weeds. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so
I've seen a lot of people use. I've seen a lot of people use the upside down bamboo. It's quite a good. It is quite a good tactic. To get those sort of weeds in in water. The Inception sign just blows me away every time I see it.
It's like amazing. He's got the
It's so.
What are they called? Not thumbles. Thimbles? No.
Something spin into it.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. But yeah, everyone knows what we mean, so it's fine. So we've got a ride, Shifting Reality, movie Inception 2010, director Christopher Nolan. The cube was inspired by a fistful of herbs. Now, he did tell me that this queue is meant to be ridden at night, or queue. We're supposed to walk down the queue at night.
Yeah, it says on the left there as you go in. So
let's go have a walk down here, shall we? but
Everything is an illusion.
oh, there we go. I was lost already. Wow.
Jeez, this is. I mean, this must have hurt his eyes building this.
It's hurting my eyes looking at it.
Them cubes are doing my head in. I can't work out whether they're 3D or not. They're not. No, they're not. But they
they
look
are. It. They kind of are, but it's like all an optical illusion, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone do optical illusions in Planet Coaster before.
No. Oh, and he's got lighting on a timer as well on the wall by the looks of it.
Where was that?
Red lights on that big wall there where you got the white and black.
Yeah.
There's like red lights coming on every now and again at the side.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So.
Okay, we could stand there.
It seemed to be anyway, but yeah,
wow.
They are.
Oh, it's red lasers.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, good spot. I'd missed that. Right, let's have a walk down here, shall we? I mean, this is incredible. This is absolutely amazing. I think we go left.
Yeah. I think that big arrow's
okay.
Telling us.
Sure. Oh, this is hurting my eyes. Wow. So here we are in the Q station. So nice and simply themed, but for what it is, it hits the nail on the head.
Oh yeah. No, it fits the theme perfectly.
And let's have a look at the stats. I mean, the stats for this are not going to matter. They're not green across the board, but to be honest, who cares right now? But let's go for a point of view. We'll speak to you in a moment. So, Tommy, what were your thoughts?
Well, he's honestly so good at building rooms on their side. As you go through there, and as you go through the different rooms, and on one way you're the right way up, and then you're upside down, then it's on its side. It works so well. I know he did it in Ride the Movies too on his Derry Sewers ride. There was a room on its side there, but this is like a whole new level of it to go through the elevator doors with him. And the other thing as well, as much as I love the theme, the coaster is actually a really good coaster as well. Just the coaster track itself is a good coaster ride. So I absolutely love that.
I couldn't agree more, if honest. I'm just absolutely blown away. Everything that Mike seems to have an idea with, he just runs with it. I mean, I'm not trying to take credit for this at all, but it was actually me that suggested Inception to him. After seeing the It ride, I suggested, why don't you try Inception? Because of the sideways room that he'd done. And
yeah,
I knew he'd nail it, but I didn't think he would do it this well. I mean, like you said, he's taken the sideways room from the Derry Sewers and just done it 10 times over. I mean, that was just absolutely amazing. And I did spot an Easter egg as well. It's Superman 1.
So that's Superman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the first one where the helicopter falls off and Lois Lane's in there, and that's the first time the world sees him as Superman. And if we just actually just stop and just take a second just to actually appreciate this building as well. The Stark Tower building.
Yeah, you see buildings like that, they look like they're not too difficult to build because they're repetitive, but the angle that you've got to be building at makes them really tricky to get everything looking right and neat. But yeah, it's really nice building, and it's really nicely sort of fits in the Inception ride, because obviously you got this big black panel there that hides the buildings. So when you're kind of looking at the ride from the outside, you can't see the buildings on the side.
Yeah, just absolutely brilliant. I'm just such a big fan of Mike's work, I really am. And again, just around here, like kind of, you can see how his water features have improved as well from Ride the Movies 1, like kind of moving over to this one. His terrain work, his water features, his paint tool, just everything, his foliage work, just everything has gotten better. He's just getting better and better with each park that he does. But let's come out of this ride, shall we? So where would the exit be? Pretty much right next to it. So let's have a walk down this exit path down here. And that brings us back to over here. And so this park is a little bit on the smaller side than Ride the Movies 1 and 2, but that's not a bad thing, especially with me and Tommy together as well, because people who've watched any of our reviews together knows how we do like to waffle. So
yeah.
But we've got the soundstage central perk from the sitcom Friends, created by Bo Midget Slayer. Now I understand that you've already looked at this as well before, haven't you, Tommy?
Yes, yeah, I saw this when he put it on the workshop. So I'll be honest, I can't stand Friends, but I know what Central Perk is because Friends is that well known that I know what Central Perk was, and I know what the building looks like. So I was just blown away when I saw that he'd made this, and then obviously Mike asked him if he could put it in the park. To which he said yes, and it is a fantastic build, and it fits in the little entrance plaza here quite well.
I've just unsubscribed to you, by the way. How can you not like Friends? But no, joking aside, it's absolutely amazing. Now I've already done one kind of like part spotlight on this on a separate, I believe it was even Ride the Movies 2, was it not? I can't remember, I'm sure somebody will tell me, but if memory serves me correctly, I actually showed this off at the start of Ride the Movies 2 as well, as a bit of a separate thing. But if we have a look on here, so there will be a lot of names that people now recognise as well, from people that me and Tommy have done spotlights on. So and things just from like kind of the workshop as well. So we've got Silver Punker down the bottom there, who did the Harry Potter park. Obviously you've got Mr. Tommy CM himself. Got MB Zus 90, which is Michael and Jasmine, M&J Games. You've got me there above the mince pies. Got Magic Mike, the man, the myth, the legend himself. We've got Gunther. And then as we come through here, we've got this special board here with loads of names on it. I mean, you've done quite a few spotlights on people from this board, haven't you, Tommy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's many on there that I've not done a video of, to be fair. But yeah, everyone on there is, brings something else, and everyone's sort of known for their own sort of different works. Obviously, like Mike's known for his movie parks. You've got people like Cakeist and A Fistful of Herbs and Silex, who are known for their experiences. It's really nice to see a lot of the PlayStation creators sort of working together and sort of acknowledging each other.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it in numerous videos now. I just love this community. It's just absolutely amazing, the community that we're in, and there's just so much support. And I mean, by all means, like kind of people just feel free to reach out and ask people like kind of me, Tommy, anybody you see on that board, just approach one of us if you ever need anything, if you ever want any help or advice. We're all always here and happy to help. But anyway, let's get the soppy stuff out of the way and let's just carry on. So we've got Fast and Furious, Avengers and Need for Speed. And we've got this art piece Predator from the movie Predator, created by Cakes T. Now, I've seen this before. This actually appeared in Top Gun by NH99. But it's again, it's nice to see it again.
Oh,
I never realised that it did that.
I didn't. I just thought it was a statue.
Yeah, same. I didn't realise his eyes glowed green and he had a laser. That's awesome. I don't know if maybe NH had just disabled that for Top Gun, or I guess he would have had to have done, because the laser would have kind of like given away where the Easter egg was. So
yeah.
And then we've got the art piece Blues Brothers from the movie Blues Brothers.
Oh wow, that's amazing! I love that.
That's by Bo Midget Slayer.
Yeah, that's such a creative way to do an art piece as well on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, to just use the pieces to kind of, you know, draw the outline and then use the wall as the face is brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I just love how many Easter eggs there are in this park and references to all these other amazing creators. And the fact that he's referenced them all as well is fantastic. I like this telephone box. Oh, is that supposed to be Doctor Who, do you think?
Yes, yeah.
Is it not supposed to be blue?
Yeah, that's supposed to be the top. It is, yeah. The TARDIS is blue. But yeah, I think that. Oh, and it's glowing, look. It's glowing, like, you know, when it lands, it glows blue, doesn't it?
I can't see the glow.
Or is that just on my? Is that just the light shining?
I think it might just be the light shining, possibly.
Oh right. Oh yeah. It was alright. It's just at an angle there. It looked like it was glowing on my screen. So
I think it may be.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Doctor Who.
So we've got Drifters for Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, 2006 by Justin Lin. I think his name is Justin, if memory serves me correctly. But let's have a walk down this queue.
I'll tell you what, I do watch films, but I don't often register the directors, unfortunately, unless it's Steven Spielberg or Tarantino. That's about it.
I'm a bit of a film buff. I can't tell you like important facts about the real world and things like that, but give me movies and directors and actors and all that kind of stuff, and I can like kind of name what year the film came out, who directed it, who starred in it, and everything. It's just weird. But
I love this car park scene.
Yes,
the car park looks really really cool. I know. I mean, I built like car park in my Stage Door Studios part, but that was more just it was quite a thin car park just to fit the ride. But he's done like multi-stories here in terms of like you can see multi-stories on from this level, and the ramps he's done are very realistic and stuff to get between the different floors of it.
Yeah, it's just I've never seen Swift Drifters put in a multi-story car park before.
No.
that's a new one on me, and again just themed really nicely as well. And I tell you what, I bet this isn't that many pieces either. For how amazing it is.
No.
I bet it's quite as easy, not an easy build, quite a low count build.
Yeah, well, it's just a load of concrete pieces, isn't it? Which is what multi-story car parks are, but it's just a lot of concrete pieces, isn't it? But he's designed them in a really nice way. It's not just kind of using the square blocks; it's using all the different shapes for the concrete. So yeah, it was a really nice flat ride. That.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I know you're a big fan of like kind of theming of flat rides. One of my like kind of bugbears is people who kind of chuck down flat rides and do like pretty much minimal theming around them and expect that to kind of like be passable, because I almost think like kind of if you're running out of room on a percentage counter, then just don't even bother putting a flat ride there. It's better to have nothing there than try and put a flat ride there to fill an area and then not theme it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. Great use of foliage again. I really like I was using this ivy all around the water and the lily pads and everything. The water features are looking really natural and really nicely integrated.
Yes, yeah, yeah. No, I love that. I also like as well, and he did this on he did this in his last two parks in different sections. Is the pathways all a road? It's like it's a road and a and a pavement, and I personally love that as a as a path to get around the park, because if you are especially if you're doing a studios park, it makes you feel like you're part of it if you're walking on the road, along the main street. So yeah, I just love that as a general theme all around the park.
Yeah, yeah, completely agree. I think it's really good. I do like kind of look at some of these people's how they do their pathing systems, and wish I could do them as well, to be honest, because they do amazing with the pathing. It's something I need to look at moving forward. But we've got Need for Speed, Ride Hill Race, movie Need for Speed, 2014, director, I haven't got a clue who that is. Literally no clue at all. So there you go, that's one that I didn't know. I remember that it stars the bloke from Breaking Bad. Paul, no, not Paul. I can't remember his name now. Again, people will tell me in the comments below, but we'll have a look at that in a second. Let's just have a look at this Q-Mart. So again, just with attention to these buildings, how he's put like kind of the vending machine there, and like you've got the animatronic there with the door, the shelves.
I wonder if guests can come into here and use the vending machines, or whether they're just there for show. I wonder if it's a way of trying to get the guests in.
I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's just come in.
Oh. Yeah, well, the security guards just come in, make sure everything's all right, and then walked off.
So yeah, just making sure that we weren't breaking in, mate. And then we've got like
the security guard tips his cap more than any other person I've ever known. Like, anytime you look at the security guard, he's just like tipping his cap to everybody.
He's like a cowboy. It's like a cowboy security guard. I really like how he's got this van placed here. Now that is the van obviously from Inception, and the one that he used on the other side of the park. So I don't know if that's like kind of an intentional kind of like just consistency going through the ride. But then we've got, now I'm assuming this must be an Easter egg. But if it is, I don't know what to.
I wouldn't know either. A car called Christine. I will. I'll try and rattle my brain, but I don't know that one, I'm afraid.
Well, we've got Bernie's Garage Repair and Rebuy, and we come through here into, again, just a nice, simply themed station, nothing too big and flashy. And I've paused it because I want to grab that train that is over there. So let's just grab that. It's had 94,696 guests.
Blimey.
Let's just have a quick look at the stats for them, Stat Junkie. I mean, do people honestly care at this point? I don't think they do, but I know there'll be like the odd one or two who want to know what the stats are. So let's jump into that middle seat. Oh no, they're the same, aren't they? There you go. Right, and let's go for a ride of this. Enjoy the point of view. Now, I'm going to be honest, from the outset, I actually looked at this ride and thought this could potentially be a ride of Mike's that I could actually be disappointed with. I didn't think it looked like kind of up to the usual Mike standard, and I kind of thought before we went on this that I might be a little bit disappointed. I'm glad I was wrong. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. How like kind of it races up the mountains, and it really does look like you're on a road the entire way. You've got like kind of the scenes going around with triggers going off and everything. I thought that was brilliant. What about you, Tommy?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I'd not had a look round the park before we've started recording, so everything here is my first time looking at it. And the way he's used the spray to, as you say, to make the road, the way he's used the tarmac spray looks brilliant, and the lights at the side as well are really effective to make that sort of road feel. The bridge is built into the mountain there, just to the right hand side.
Yeah, that one.
He's just there. Yeah, the bridge looks really good as well. That you kind of fly up and go over, and it's just those little bits of detail. Nobody would really complain if he just kind of built the terrain up and the track just went through, but it just stands out and gives it an extra bit of effect. But I also like the fact that the whole station and queue line is in a gas station or petrol station if you're in the UK. So I do like the whole setting for the start, and I can tell you that Christine, by the way, that car that we didn't know Christine is a Stephen King novel about the car.
Ah, did you Google that while we were on the ride?
Definitely didn't. It just definitely came. It came to me out of nowhere.
That's
came
weird.
To me out of absolute nowhere.
That's a bit of a strange one. I think the only maybe like kind of tiny bit of feedback that I would actually possibly give is I'm not sure why it would be Need for Speed. I think because you've got Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift here, I kind of think like that could have also been Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, because obviously that kind of the final scene of that film is them actually having the drift race through the mountains, and I think that would have been a really good whoopsie daisy. I think that would have been a really good fitting theme for that. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference whatsoever. It could be Need for Speed or Fast and Furious, but I'm not sure why he went for two different films. I think he kind of could have maybe kept the Fast and Furious theme kind of like going like across this entire part. I mean, is that even a nitpick? I'm not even sure what that is, if honest. But do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, the both the films are similar. The similar stories in the sense that they revolve around driving cars fast, don't they?
Yeah.
I would say if you're building a Fast and Furious coaster based around the drift race, then I would say you'd want it to be a dueling coaster. In that case, you could you could have two coasters going off side by side. On like a drag race or something, I mean, it's another way to get another film into it. But I do know what you mean. There's two car themes next to each other, but I think they both work in their own way.
I mean, it still works. It does still work, so it's not to take anything from it at all. But let's have a walk down here. So, have you been recently bitten by an animal from a laboratory? We make heroes. Do you change colours when angry? Have you recently lived as a god in another multiverse? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love the humour. Have you been recently altered genetically by the military? Do you interact with talking trees and or raccoons from space? Do you have kids, a partner, and a challenging job all at once? Oh, that is brilliant.
His humour is definitely on par with ours for sure.
Oh yeah, completely. You've got a very. I must admit. Now, where is Magic Mike from? I can't remember where he's from off the top of my head.
I believe it's Germany.
I believe.
I may have got that completely wrong.
Yeah, I thought Germany as well. But he's got a very dry British sense of humour as well. I don't know if he's a fan of like a lot of the old British sitcoms, like your Porridge, your Dad's Army, Only Fools and Horses, because he's got such a dry British sense of humour. I love it. It's ace. Yeah. But have you seen the sign?
This must have taken ages. I hate putting multiple signs down, having to change the colours and everything. It takes so long. So this must have taken ages to put on.
Yeah, and he's got pretty much.
I mean, it looks fantastic. It's worth it.
Oh, it does. Do you actually know all of these as well?
I know about 90% of them. Korg is on the top one, which is definitely the best is very top of the screen there, Korg. He's by far the best character in Marvel.
Hang on. I can actually do quite a good Korg impression. Hang on, right? Are you ready?
Here we go.
I can't. What is it I say? I can't even. I made a rock. You don't need to be afraid unless you made a scissors. Little rock, paper, scissors jump. But I can't even do it. I can never do impressions when I'm on the spot. I can do them like kind of between me and my wife. But yeah, I love that. And I'm the biggest Marvel fan in the world. I absolutely love Marvel. My wife and me actually had a bit of a Marvel themed wedding. So yeah.
Oh wow.
It wasn't like kind of like really in your face or anything. The men had to wear like kind of a superhero t-shirt underneath, and then the tables were like kind of a different superhero table each for all the guests at the reception. And then my speech at the end, it was like kind of, you're my Mary Jane to my Spider-Man, my Lois Lane to my Superman, you're my Pepper Potts to my Iron Man, and stuff like that. But anyway, nice. we're getting off topic. So we've got Hero DNA from movie MCU Phase 1 through 4, released 2008 to be continued. Avengers Tower by Iron Matty, Stark logo by Bone Midget Slayer. So let's just have a quick zoom out so we can just have a look at the tower. So yeah, that was something that I made a couple of months back, and Mike asked if he could use it for this park, which I said of course he can. I've got absolutely no qualms with him using that at all. Now that building, I'm not going to lie, was an absolute pain to make. The curvature on it, it took me ages. I was getting so angry with it.
It's so worth it though. It looks fantastic. It's one of them things that you'd have been frustrated building it, but it looks fantastic now that it's done. And I imagine there'll be a few people on the workshop that are using it. So it's definitely worth it.
I just noticed a mistake. I didn't put the beam. Hang on, did I? Oh, he may have done that intentionally. Actually, I'm not sure if he maybe took them off. I'm wondering if I didn't put them down or not on the workshop. I'm now going to have to go and check that on the workshop, because that's going to bug me. But yes, anyway, let's go on to this ride, because we're 35 minutes in, and this video is going to be under an hour, no exceptions. So submit your DNA samples here. Oh, I love it. I just love his humour. It's ace. Right, and I've got no idea what this coaster is, so just a quick heads up, I had a very, very quick look at this park before we did the spotlight, but most of this is new to me as well, so I'm actually enjoying this as much as you are, just kind of like seeing this for the first time. So, right, is there a better seat to sit on? No, it don't really make a difference, does it?
The looping coaster.
Right, so let's go for point of view of this. Enjoy the point of view. I'm assuming this must be bringing us back round to the entrance now. So, Tommy, what were your thoughts?
Well, I'll be honest. I couldn't see any of the tracks. So when we got to a coaster station, I was thinking, where on earth is this coaster hidden? It's a really. I wasn't expecting the huge DNA pieces in there. I know it says DNA analysis, but I wasn't expecting that. I'll tell you what it reminded me of. The intro to the first Spider-Man film.
Yes.
That is all like about the DNA changing into it,
yeah.
And the sort of opening credits. It reminded me a lot of that. Really nicely sort of wrapped around there. Obviously it's not the longest coaster in the world, but it's a really nice sort of theme to play on. Obviously these coasters aren't there for being the world's best coaster. They're there to be themed around films, and the fact he's themed it around the DNA of Marvel superheroes, I think it works really nice how it's all wrapped around. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did as well. Do you know what's blowing me away the most? I have no idea
So
how the hell he has managed to build a coaster inside my building. When I designed this, I never expected anyone in their right mind to be able to actually put an actual coaster. I maybe thought flat rides, yeah, fair enough, flat rides are different, but I never even crossed my mind that somebody would actually try and take on an entire coaster inside this one building. So
yeah,
that's impressive work. Really is. I can't believe he's actually managed to pull that off, if honest. It doesn't look big enough to have a coaster inside it.
no,
But
definitely great work.
yeah, great job. I really enjoyed that. And let's have a walk down the queue. I actually quite like how this ride is actually a bit shorter than some others as well, you know. Not the ride, I'm sorry, this park. This park is a little bit smaller than others because it's actually given us the time to actually kind of like go around it and not have to worry about time constraints. I mean, this is pretty much PS4 limit. I know that is, I think that was about 5% on the PS5. So I don't know what it'll be on the PS4. So that's going to be a big discount.
Yeah, the other tower over there, the Stark Tower over there, will be as well.
Yeah, and I believe Central Perk also takes up about 5 or 6% on the PS5 as well. So there's a lot of like kind of big builds in this park. But right, let's have a walk down here. Oh, we've got Ratatouille. I almost missed that. I very almost missed that.
I'd not spotted that. Sat there, that's brilliant.
How many have we spotted? How many Easter eggs have we spotted? We've got Superman, Predator, Ratatouille, 3. I mean, was Central Perk counted as 4? I honestly don't know, is the honest answer, how many Easter eggs we've found. But there's 19.
Yeah.
And I actually want to kind of like go around and find them, but I know we're on a time limit of an hour. So we'll have to kind of... So we've got the 10 Commandments. Sorry, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say you've got another one just here, haven't you? Which is this 10 Commandments. So you've got Moses there parting the sea.
I mean, that is. Do you think anybody ever in the how long's Planet Coaster been out? 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Do you think anybody has ever created the 10 Commandments and Moses parting the sea before?
Oh no, I very much doubt it. The only thing that must be annoying is that you can't colour the water. If he could colour the water red, that would just be the ultimate thing. But unfortunately, he can't. But yeah, it looks great the way he's designed that with Moses at the end as well. Just looks does look brilliant.
Just give me a second. Just keep talking a minute.
You trying to do colour it and seeing if it will change.
It may do. I'm not 100%. So right.
I know the light. I know putting lights on doesn't have an effect in terms of in terms of the changing the colour of the water or brightening it up. I'll colour red. I know what you're going for, but I don't think it quite does what you'd want it to do fully.
No, not quite, does it? Not quite.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, but no, it does look brilliant with the path going all the way through it as well, and dipping down and coming back up. It is a really nice way to sort of. I know in his Ride the Movies too, he had like the different tunnels going off to the different areas. So like in Wizard of Oz, you kind of walk through the house in Kansas and then you ended up in Oz. And it's a nice little path through from one area of the park to the other, and it's getting another movie reference in just for the pathway through.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Ingenious. Absolutely ingenious. I never thought I would see anything like that in Planet Coaster, but once again, Mike, you blow my mind. So let's have a walk down here. So we've got the fog to our left. We've got the harbour just carrying on down. Elizabeth Dane. You might have to Google. Tommy, Google You're on Google
I don't Google. I just think really hard, and the information randomly comes.
Is that
to
what
me.
it is? I tell you what, mate. I wish I could have done that at school. And then we've got 100 years Antonio Bay celebration. Is Antonio Bay Jaws?
No, that's Amity.
That's Amity.
Bay.
What's Antonio Bay then?
Yeah. Antonio Bay is the fog. This
that's
whole
the
area
fog.
is the fog.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, got you. Now I believe the fog is down here. So KAB radio Antonio Bay, and then we've got the fog. Now I want to do that last because I want to kind of like end on a coaster kind of thing. I don't want to go on a coaster now and then have no more coasters left to go on. So let's have a walk down here. I love these buildings, you know.
Yeah, it's a real San Francisco style, isn't it? Where San Francisco's just built on like a hillside, isn't it? All the streets are on really steep hills. So yeah, you really do get that feel with it.
It does look like proper American. It really does, especially kind of like with these American flags like all over the place, because obviously like kind of the Americans are very patriotic, and a lot of them do have flags like outside as well, and like most buildings will have flags. And yeah, I think that's brilliant. I think that's really nicely done. And do you know what, as daft as it sounds, I really like that shop there. It's a shop.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's a shop up some steps, but I think it looks ace. I think it looks so naturally built in.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we've got this harbour down here. So we've got Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry Finn.
There's a movie sign to the right that might tell us what it is. Because it's not one that's clicking with me.
Spider Point, The Fog, 2005. I don't know who that director is either. So now we won't actually go for a full ride of this, of course, because it is just a boat ride. But we'll follow the track around as if we were. If I can see the track through the water, so it just takes you like on this nice scenic route. I mean
that lighthouse. Yeah, the lighthouse is brilliant, and yeah, sorry, like you just said, the waves they're going up are brilliant. I know he sent a photo, didn't he, of the picture he'd used as inspiration for the lighthouse, and it looks exactly like the photo.
Yeah, it does. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And he's got Titanic over there.
There's another Easter egg.
Yeah, there's another one. Just love these little Easter eggs. Oh, do you know what? When I'm off camera, I might have to actually kind of like go through this park in more detail and try and find all 19, you know, and mark them down to myself as I find them, because I actually want to try and find all 19 now. I love how he's put the queue through this boat. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that boat is a blueprint, is it not?
It's just a scenery piece, it's just a scenery piece.
But then he's added a ride going through it, a queue going through it.
Yeah, which is really, really nice to sort of integrate it in. Because usually people just use that as a decoration when they've got a bit of water there. But no, really nice way to bring that into use. The best ride on the game here, Whirly Rig. You cannot beat a Whirly Rig.
Everyone's probably wondering what the hell I was doing there. It's like, Matty, what are you doing with the camera? I was just excited for Tommy. I know how much he loves his Whirly Rigs.
I see that as soon as the park's got a whirly rig in, I'll upvote it. If it doesn't have a whirly rig, then it takes a lot to get an upvote from me. But a whirly rig just gets an instant thumbs up.
Oh, here we go. There's another Easter egg over here.
Oh, Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Yeah, with the crocodile.
That's quality.
And then Elizabeth. Oh, right. Elizabeth Dane must be a character from The Fog then. So 1980 John Carpenter. So we've got. So is this the right? So that's the pirate ship. Is there anything over here? No, I don't believe there is. So again, nice water features once again. Some really great terrain work all around here as well. It's really secluded, all this area. I mean, you wouldn't even think this is in the same park, would you? The way it's kind of like hidden away.
No. I mean, I know we're going to go over to the Fog on the far side, the roller coaster, but that terrain work there to make that mountain must have taken ages to do, to get that right. and to sort of level it out ish.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Right, let's have a walk up here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he have one of these hand claw rides in Ride the Movies 1 or 2? He didn't, did he?
What do you mean by hand chloride? Sorry,
I can't remember what they're called. I'm sorry. Hang on, you'll see.
I don't know what this what this ride is yet.
I could see it from a
Oh,
distance.
sorry, one of the robotic arm
Yes.
things. Yeah. No. The only one I've seen is in Sonimatic's Phase 1.
Yeah. And then also the Harry Potter
Phase
one
1
as well.
part. Yes. Yeah. And the Harry Potter one. Yeah. So. But no. Mike's not built one of these before. I don't think. You see, the thing about these on console, when they're supposed to come with screens that you can kind of like.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Sort of twist around
Spoiler
with the
alert.
ride.
Oh no! Stop it, Matty! I'm showing the entire ride off. There we go. Yeah.
They're supposed to come with screens, so like you can, you kind of put the arm in the screen, and the screen rotates, and you watch a film or something. But we on console we can't input custom images, so these are very hard to put in and get to work without that. So I'll be interested to see what he does here.
Yeah. I mean, we can, with this being a quieter ride as well, we can actually talk through this as well at the same time and kind of like give live impressions as we go through.
Yeah.
So off we go. Now, I haven't seen the fog for a very, 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 very long time. Probably back when I was a teenager, to be honest. I'm struggling to recollect it, but it's making me want to go back and watch it.
I'm going to apologise now. I've never seen the fog, so this is. I may not get all the references here, but I can appreciate the time and effort and the scenery. I mean, look, all the light effects here. Look, he's so good with the trigger sequences, and you can see the screen rotating already as well. It's obviously the arms rotating. It's just so well put together.
And can you hear all that kind of the car alarms going off and the phones and everything as well?
Yeah.
Like very supernatural.
But no, yeah, all these trigger sequences just work so well together. So that's the Elizabeth Dane, then the pirate ship.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning. Mike's making me learn about these films. I just need to go and watch them now.
The amount of smoke triggers that are on that. There's got to be, what, 50, 60 different smoke triggers all on that one pirate ship?
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Dane. And now we're going upside down.
Oh. All the sound and eerie sounds as we're going through this. It's brilliant. It's really eerie.
Oh, rotating again. I love how well he's put. These scenes are obviously built right next to each other. There's the lighthouse that he's got, that he's built outside in there, and like all these scenes are literally next to each other. But the way he's built the ride and the way it moves along, you go from one scene to another sort of just seamlessly.
Yeah, you really do. His scenes are just amazing. I'm actually feeling a bit of sense of foreboding as we're riding this.
Yeah. That's a great church building.
It really is. He's got different music that's triggering as well, I think, on this. As we're going around, I believe there's different music for different rooms.
Yeah.
There we go. That's taking us back to the station. So, what did you think then? Is that kind of overall thoughts of the ride then?
I mean that was brilliant. I love that. Although, as I say, although I've not personally watched The Fog, so I may not appreciate fully the references that he's put in. I can certainly appreciate the builds that he's put in there. It does remind me a lot of his Derry Sewers ride in the way that it kind of takes you around and shows you the different scenes, etc. But it's so well put together there. And as I said when we were on it, the way it sort of seamlessly goes between one scene and another is just brilliant.
Completely agree. Yeah. I think we're pretty much done. Tommy, is there anything you think we missed?
Oh no, I was just going to say that big blue kind of wall he's got at the end that kind of signifies the edge of the park. It's a really really unique way of kind of stopping anyone looking over. But I suppose that's how he's built the water the way it is, the shape it is. He's used that as the sort of barrier. But no, it's such a great part, and the way he themes rides is to certain films. I love movie parks because I love to pick up the references. And although I've not seen every film that Mike certainly has, you can still also appreciate he's not just putting in a vague reference; it's a very detailed reference as well. So yeah. I think this People Mover is the only thing we've not been on, isn't it?
Yeah, we can go on this as we kind of like finish off the video. So let's go on we'll go on a chase view of that. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think on orbit would probably be better actually. Let's go for an orbit point of view, as it just kind of like takes us around the park. So, Tommy, how do you think this park kind of stacks up then in comparison to Ride the Movies 1 and 2 then?
I think it's brilliant. I think he's gone for a completely different sort of approach here in terms of the layout. So, I think all three parks have been completely different. Ride the Movies 1 was sort of just separate sections around a lake in the middle, which is fine. That's a style a lot of people do. And then the last one was sort of he'd done completely different islands from one sort of central hub, and this one is kind of. Everything is sort of in the same area, and the buildings kind of, the buildings are next to each other. But for example, as you go along, you've got you've got Dolphin there in front of you. Next to that, you've got like Central Perk. Next to that, you've got Fast and Furious, etc. So I'd like how he's done it in a different way. And I like the fact he's used different rides as well. And he's used the robotic arm. Which again, it's so difficult to use on console. That is to get right, but he's done that. He's done that perfectly for me. So I love it as always. I love all of Mike's parks. So,
Tommy, 3-word park review.
Oh, you put me on the spot now. Mm-hmm. This wasn't part of the plan.
No, I know exactly.
Movies ride the. Ingenious. That's one. I'm gonna hyphenate outside the box as 2. And for my third one, I'm gonna say expected, but that's because I only expect brilliant stuff from Mike. So it's as expected because it's brilliant. So there we go. Okay, there we go. Thanks for chucking that in late on.
You're welcome. I like to trip you up. You know me. And my 3-word park review would be best one yet, and obviously referring to this is my favourite of the 3. But I need to close out the episode because we're approaching the hour mark, and it's not going to go over the hour. So very quickly, Mike, I love this park. Best one yet. Keep up the amazing work. Everybody go and check this out. Go and check out Tommy on YouTube. I'll leave his link down below. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe from me. Don't think there's anything else to add, so apologies that I'm rushing the ending. But take care, stay safe. Say goodbye, Tommy.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.